Hi, it's Chris Dalney, PwC Canada's National Technology Sector Leader, and I'm pleased to be here today with Richard Wilson, PwC Cyber Resilience Leader, to talk about something that is covered every day in every boardroom in this country. Richard, there's an unprecedented amount of focus on cybersecurity these days. We read about it in the paper every day. Something tells me the threat is getting ahead of organizations' ability to deal with it, but what's going on out there? Explain it to us.
The nature of what's happening has just changed in the last 5 or 6 years. For instance, in 2006, there were 3 million cyber breaches worldwide. Last year, there were 42 million. They used to be individuals. They're now organizations. It's organized crime. It's nation states. It's data brokers that live on the dark web and have service level agreements you can buy in order to hire them to go and extract data on your behalf. But we're also seeing at least half are either current employees or recent past employees who are disgruntled or have been compromised in some way, and they've got that insider knowledge. It's a very, very different world now.
Talk to me a little bit about the extent of the impact of a cyber breach.
Originally, people will think of it as simply the data that's been lost or compromised. But when you start to dig deeper, the reason behind somebody creating an attack tells you a whole lot about the impacts as well. So for instance, if they're there to embarrass the organization, it may be much more of a reputational issue. If they're there to damage the operations to create a competitive advantage, the impacts are different yet again. If they are a social or political activist group, then they could be hacktivists who are simply trying to embarrass the organization or compromise its ability to be socially accepted.
Fascinating. So you've got the data issue, you've got examples of embarrassment and competitive advantage. That's a lot for a board of directors to digest. So how does a board think about this? What questions should they be asking now?
A board simply could ask, what data do we have, who has access to it, and how is it currently being protected? They could also look at what vulnerabilities do we have in the marketplace that competitors would truly want to take advantage of. If they're able to get an example of all of our employee records, then their ability to attract away our key talent is improved. So if the board understands that as a governance question, they can ask management about what are the crown jewels, what are the areas of greatest competitive advantage for us, or privacy that we need to think about and manage effectively. This has gone well beyond an IT issue, and I think that's why we're seeing so many organizations ask these questions now. So a board needs to think of this as a business issue overall.
So Richard, thank you for that. Let's pause there and we'll be back in a moment with Richard Wilson, PwC Cyber Resilience Leader.